So that's where it's up to you to explore and find the best way to locate the material that you're looking for. So let's go back now and look at EBSCO, which is very similar and allows you to do pretty much the exact same things as ProQuest does, only they don't contain the same articles. So that's where you're going to want to look through both. You don't want to just give up after ProQuest, because EBSCO might have the best article, you know, the best one that you're going to use for your paper, or the best 5 that you're going to use for your paper. So it's a little more complicated. It doesn't just directly take you to the place where you can type in your search terms. Once you click EBSCO, it comes to this page, and you just want to choose the first one, EBSCO Host Web. And then it takes you to here, which are different databases within the database, and you don't have to worry about them too much. Just choose Academic Search Premier, and that's sort of the main, including all of these different articles. So you can just remember, you know, EBSCO, click the top one, choose the top one, top. And then it brings you to here, and this is where you're going to put in your search term. So we'll put in History of Libraries. And then, let's see, where is the full text? Because we want to make sure to click the full text. Here it is, right there. That's very important. And then again, whether or not it's scholarly journals. And then here's all this other information that we could narrow down in ProQuest. They just have it on the main page here if you want to do it right away. Maybe we're only looking for black and white photographs. That would be interesting. Let's see if anything comes up for black and white photographs of the history of libraries. So look at this. So it's pretty cool, you know, depending on your assignment, if you're able to use images in it, you can find some really amazing historical images or, you know, scientific images that are going to help support your paper. But let's take that off. Let's just put in all the results that come up. So we had 347 of just black and white. Now we have 27,000. So again, it's the same setup. The articles are listed here. These are actually, the icons are a little bigger and they put what it is underneath. So we can scroll through and see we've got a lot of academic journals. We've got a periodical. Periodical, journal. Sometimes it will be a book. Sometimes it will be a documentary. There's all different ones, but we're mostly coming across journals here. And then we can limit it again by date, just like we did before. So I'm going to do 2013 to 2017, and to cut it down to 4,000. Here's the tradition of library catalogs. So you can also limit it by subject, publication, publisher. I honestly don't use these too much, but you might be more in depth of a researcher. So it's good to know you have those options. So, you know, same thing, you click on the title, it's going to show you all of the information about it. The abstract is here for you to read and evaluate whether it's going to be a good source for you. And then right here you can download the full text of the PDF. And then right here, just like in the other one, here's your cite button. This one's a little different. You have to scroll down and find APA. And then you're just going to copy and paste right into your references page. You want to make it match. You don't want some crazy green font. Now you'll notice this one doesn't start with a last name, which means that there is not an author listed, which sometimes means that a group of people working together wrote the article. So there's no specific author, and in that case, that's when the title of the article stands in as the author for your alphabetization purposes, putting it in alphabetical order. So T comes after R, so that will be here. So when there's no author, use the title as the first thing. So that's EBSCO. You also have the options to print, email, export, all these different good things. But they're pretty much very similar. But like I said, you want to definitely look through both of them. And just one other quick thing about the library's website is if you're looking for a book, you're going to want to look at the online catalog. So just right here is where you'll search. We'll just stick with our history of libraries. And then this is where all the different books that they have come up. And it will show you what centers they're at. And you can request different books from different centers. If it just says in, that probably means the main library, the Woksop ATP library at Piawachoni in Kyle. So again, you can just call the library if you need to request a book. Here's the instructions on how to do it. You call and you say the name. That's if it's at your center. So every center has a library, so you can take books from there by calling, or you can request a book to be delivered to your center if they don't have it and it's at another center. So that's basically it. One last thing I will point out, if you don't have a library card yet and you are really stressed out, you're at home, you have an assignment, and you're like, man, I really need scholarly sources, one other option that you can use is Google Scholar. It's scholar.google.com, and it's basically an open source database that everyone has access to. It looks just like Google. So I'm going to go with History of Libraries again. In this one you can choose whether to include patents, which we don't really want, or case law. So if you're a lawyer, we're just going to go with articles. And just a quick note about Google Scholar is their motto here is stand on the shoulders of giants, which is really cool because it's from a quote by Isaac Newton, who was one of the most important scientists of all time. He, worked on a lot of theories about gravity and, just really changed the way we look at the world. And one time when he was being given some kind of award, he said something like, I only got to where I am today by standing on the shoulders of giants. So he was paying tribute to the scientists and the great thinkers who came before him. So I just think it's really neat that Google wants you to do the same thing, wants you to stand on the shoulders of giants, to give you access to all of this information, to this web and this network of knowledge and learning. It's very exciting. So Google Scholar is a good option. It's not a great option because oftentimes you're not going to have access to the full text. You're going to be able to see the abstract and not the entire thing. Sometimes it will be a book that it's going to show you a portion of, but it's not super easy to use. And that's where, again, if you do find something, you can contact Michelle May and see if she is able to help you, or any of the other librarians too. Contact them and see if they can help you. You will sometimes have access to the full text of things, and what you're looking for to know whether there is on the side here. When it says PDF, that means that there's the history of medical libraries. You can get the whole article right there. So that is just a side note about Google Scholar, but I don't really use it. I like to show students about it. Google's something most people are familiar with, but I would definitely use ProQuest or EBSCO if you have a library card. And if not, get on this ASAP. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I hope that this was helpful, and good luck with your research.